me get your sentiments. Let's make it clear that the law really does stop the president or the former retired president thereof from taking an elective position. Party leadership is an elective position which is currently holding on to. What does the law state clearly? Is there any law that stops President retired Uhuru Kenyatta from taking that party leadership position?
Yes, there's a law that was enacted in 2013 called the Retired President Benefits Act.
Yes.
Under Section 6(1), it provides that a former president shall not involve himself in politics for a period of 6 months. Just 6 months. But we need to look at what led to this act being enacted. And the reason why this act was coming into force was the fear that had come up with the former, now deceased, retired President Moi, whereby having ruled for 24 years, there was a feeling that he was not willing to step down and leave a political scene. And therefore, we needed to come up with a package to send former presidents home with. And so this package was meant to entice the former presidents, and it would make sure that they would be happy in retirement and they will step away from the public scene. And so this act was enacted. That's the history around it. And so for the period of 6 months, and now we have seen that the former president is now, Uhuru Kenyatta, is taking home security, workers, drivers, an office, all these packages and benefits that he's taking home with are meant to help him either, or rather entice him to either forfeit coming back to the political scene versus losing the package. And so in this scenario, we have a president who is well known to be a billionaire. Whether we give him a package or not, he can take care of himself. He does not require a small package of around, I think, 2 million shillings that he gets every month. And the security and APs in different homes and residents. He does not require that. Versus him stepping down at the age of 60. He's now 61. Stepping down and resigning and keeping quiet and being insulted in silence. That's what is happening at the moment. And so at the age of 61, which is a very young age for a retirement.
You would like to think.
Yeah, you'd like to think. It's a very young age. You know, we should not take away any political right under the Constitution.
Nowadays, people just want to retire early. You can't call 61 young.
The right to the political right is given, and it's innate to every Kenyan to participate in politics of this country. And so you cannot tell a president, now you're 61, you're too old, just keep quiet, just relax, go back home and start farming. You cannot tell a former president that. And so that's what is happening. And so for me, it's a precedent that has been set from the NDC yesterday, that a former president previously would go home, retire. We saw Moi Kibaki, we saw President Moi. They went and retired. They went quiet. Other nations, we have seen Jakaya Kikwete, who decided otherwise, and he participated in the politics of Tanzanian government. We've seen South African former presidents actually participating in politics even after retiring. We've seen in the US, Donald Trump, who is expected to come back, who is actually gearing up to see whether he can get nominated again. And so former presidents, and the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, is setting up a precedent in this nation where